All right, good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany, aka Brit Inspires. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. This channel is all about inspiration. It's all about just talking about really good content that's going to inspire, uplift, bring, a little bit of clarity in the season that you're in your life. Um, we just flow here. We love flow state, being in momentum, just being in a place where it's like we're able to create a space of just um, a flow of understanding the things that's happening to you in your life, or maybe just understanding what it is that you desire and how to really achieve it. There's so many different things. We talk about manifestation also. There's just so many different topics. It's endless. So today we're going to talk about when trials come. When trials come your way, and why a trial is actually an opportunity. When things kind of don't work out the way that you want, or you have a devastating situation that happens in your life and it kind of knocks you off your high horse, it knocks you down, how it's an opportunity to really examine and to rebuild and restructure and recalibrate yourself to what it is that you desire to create in your reality. So, recently, I had lost my older brother, and it was really, really difficult for me, kind of going through that experience. And when it happened, and whenever things like this happen to me, I tend to sort of suppress, and I tend to sort of like withdraw. And I know some people who do that. Everybody deals with that experience differently. Some people get angry, some people, escape, some people suppress, some people detach. There's a lot of different ways that we deal with it. But what I've learned, and what is kind of being a big catalyst that's helping me right now, is how to really face it, and how to examine, and how to look at it and realize and understand that this is an experience that's teaching me something. And so I sit with myself, and I just take the time to really understand and learn from the pain that I feel, or whatever that triggering emotion that comes up, whatever or whenever it does. And I think that there's this verse that I remember growing up, and it says, "Count it all joy when various trials come your way." And I used to really think about that verse like, well, why would you count it all joy when bad things happen? Why would you count it all joy when various trials come your way? But the reason why you count it all joy is because this is what develops your character. This is what develops you as a person. Is the hard times, is the dark season, is the dark night of the soul. So when you go through that experience where you maybe feel isolated from the world, or maybe you feel like people just don't understand you, or maybe you feel like what you're going through is very lonely and it's hard to communicate to other people what you're feeling, it kind of forces and pigeonholes you into a space where you have to really either tap into your relationship with God or with a higher source, so that you're able to find that peace again, and that foundational inspiration again. So I find myself trying so many different things, and I talk about this a lot on the channel, is how to combat depression and anxiety. And I'm not, a therapist or anything like that, but I do life coaching, and I do find it very important to do self-care and do different things to pull yourself out of a state. And I have a lot of different tools that I use to pull myself out of states when I fall into them, because I'm human, and at times I deal with anxiety, and at times I deal with depression, but I work through them, and I figure out ways to overcome them. And I think that God allows me to go through these things because it puts me in a position of really having empathy for those who face anxiety or depression or any kind of issues that is hard to pull yourself out of. So I have that empathy. I have that relatability to that situation. So that's why I speak to it. That's why I'm even going on camera right now and sharing my experience, because I feel like it may help somebody. And if it can help somebody, then that's great. That's the reason why I'm here, is to be able to be a resource to other people and to help other people evolve and elevate and raise their vibration, so that they can live a life that is fulfilling, and so that they can accomplish the things that they came to this world to do. So I'm gonna, put myself out there and share, even when, there's a lot of times you want to kind of be to yourself or you want to isolate. But that's another thing that's a big thing, is helping other people. And when you help other people in your lowest state, it really puts you into a better energy. That's just one little tip that I learned, and I'm like, okay, I gotta find more ways to give back, or to donate my time or energy to helping other people. And that's gonna help me also, because it's like giving back. So there's that. But I wanted to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people have been going through different challenges, and maybe not everyone, because we experience heaven. I really believe that heaven and hell are here on earth. I just believe that because I see everyone living in different realities, and some people live in the reality of devastation and pain and hurt and a lot of different challenges. And then some people live in this reality where things are really abundant and really happy and peaceful. Not to say bad things don't happen to both, and not to say that good things don't happen to both. I think that there's this balance between the two. It happens for both. Like, good comes to that bad person just as much as good, comes with the good person. It's just life, bad things, crises come to good people, So, but I think that what really differentiates us in where we live in our reality is our perception, and how we decide to be, how we decide to perceive, and how we decide to move forward. You can't control these outside circumstances, but you can control the way that you feel. You can control your vehicle and how you move. And that's one thing I'm constantly being reminded of and learning, is that as I go through crisis, or as I go through a painful time, I have to step back and absorb and really observe what is going on. So I look at the situation, I kind of detach from the situation, and I just observe it. And when you have these like anxious feelings, or when you go through depression, you kind of have to get out of identifying with it as it is a part of you. It's not a part of you. It's not a part of you. It's just an experience that you're feeling or having. So when you detach the ownership and the connection to it and observe it, you're able to just look at it for what it is. Okay, I feel this way. It will pass. And it sure it does. It passes. It's a passing emotion. So that's one way to look at it. Also, when you take into account maybe when you're going through, there's this book that had this book that I was reading, and it's called The Cosmic the Mystic Path to Cosmic Powers, and I always talk about this book in all of my videos because it's such a good book and it's so inspiring. But it talks about being in this train, right, where it feels like you can see everything, like the jungle, the lions, the tigers, the bears, everything. You're going through this train and you're getting afraid. You're getting, startled and scared because these animals are coming at you, and they're very ferocious animals. And you're like, oh my gosh, they're gonna eat me alive. They're gonna do this to me. They're gonna do that to me. And then when you realize, as you're in your fearful state, you realize that you're in this train. This train that's protecting you from these animals, and like you are moving and you're not going to get touched by these animals. So then that fear goes away when you realize that in this life you're in this train and really you're protected. Everything we worry about is an illusion. Everything that we freak out about is an illusion. It's like detached from the illusion, detached from the illusion of the things that we think are bad, and really just start to take another angle and a new perspective at every experience that you're having. Not to say you're not going to feel pain, you're not going to feel depression or anxiety. Those feelings will still come. I still get them. I deal with them on a regular basis. You find ways to manage that. You find ways to detach from that. You find ways to heal it. But it doesn't happen overnight. Nobody's going to wake up and be perfect while they're still living on this planet. We're all still going to have new battles and new challenges to overcome, but count it all joy when various trials come your way, because those trials are what evolves you as a person, as a being. It's what makes your character. It's what brings you into a higher state and a higher vibration. It's what makes you realize that, hey, I want better out of my life, or I want to do more. I want to make my family proud, or I want to make myself proud. you know, or I want to live out my dreams and not be held back, you know? So that's my video for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, full of lots of abundance. Please like, share, and comment. Thank you. Have a great day.